Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about this Spider-Man UK cover because I didn't really pay it no attention. I just thought it was hot trash, but apparently it's real and it caused a little bit of annoyance from everyone at in the comic book industry, you know, fans alike because I think you say her name is Zoe Thorogood. She was commissioned to do Spider UK, a black female version of Spider-Man UK. So she was commissioned for that, and she did a sketch. And apparently, the sketch is what they used for the special variant cover. Well, either the variant cover or the official cover, and Marvel released it and are trying to sell it for a premium. Everybody was like, "Are you kidding me? This is sloppy. This is sloppy work," which I have to agree. I understand now that it was because it was a sketch, but at the time, I'm looking at it and I'm like, "Are you kidding me, Marvel? You dare release that to us unfinished?" But at the same time, I'm not really surprised because we had people like from that indigenous what the indigenous voice, the whole entire book was drawn terribly, and that was professional artwork, right? And then of course Lucarnio Vario. I'm pronouncing the man's name wrong as hell, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Lucanio Vario. He did the new Warriors, and again, professional artwork. Looks sloppy to me. You know what I'm saying? It looks sloppy to a lot of people, and we all made fun of it. So seeing the Spider UK character on the comic book cover, I was like, of course they got somebody to do it. And of course, if you look at Zoe Thorogood, her actual work, it's not bad. It's honestly not bad, but I do feel bad that Marvel cheated her because they didn't want to pay her a cover rate. They paid her for a sketch, which she gave her a sketch to, and it was okay. And then they took that and gave the sketch work to someone else, and then took her sketch without letting her know, her concept sketch, and put it on the cover for a comic book and asked people to buy it for like $10 to $12. And now people are like, what the hell? So here's what she had to say. She said, it's very obvious when criticism is coming from a place of genuine love and from the medium comment. Criticism, I 100% support. And I want it to come from and when it comes from a place of hatred, it doesn't make me angry. It just upsets me for that people can use there to feel their passion, to feel love in comic books. And it's okay, something, it's not like something, it's okay to hate a comic, but using hatred online to discourage the creation of art is pretty sad, and learn to draw instead. Use very productively. And she also continues to speak about because she actually said the whole little thing about the UK, the Spider UK, and she said, recently I've been getting hate regarding of the Spider UK. I think people are being purposely obtuse about it, but I'm going to try to explain. Marvel paid me for a sketch at a sketch rate, so I delivered a sketch. It was not cover art, and I did not know it was going to be cover art. It was concept art, design work. That's $100, so I got paid and went mostly into design and not art. If you don't like the design, that's fine. It's objective. But people bashing me as an artist for a design sketch, thinking it's a cover art, well, it's a bit upsetting, I guess. Anyway, I muted all threads. I've been tagged in, and I don't want to hear about it. And I'm personally happy with the design, and I don't care if it's used as cover. I just want to focus on doing one of my best, which is making comics. Thanks. And it's understandable, but you can't get mad that the audience wasn't aware, because they weren't aware at the time. You kind of have to take the lumps what you get, and I understand that that's wrong, but Marvel does this all the time. And as the audience, now that we know, we should be raising hell to Marvel, because Marvel cheated Zoe out of a cover price. They could have paid her a cover if they wanted her to do that, not pay her for the sketch, and then use the sketch as cover art and then let her take the fall for him. But that's what happens when Marvel gets cheap. They have been very cheap for a long time. A lot of people said that out of both the big two, Marvel is probably the cheapest, and we can see that with a lot of the artwork compared to DC. DC might have a few hiccups, but on point, most of their artwork is pretty damn stellar compared to what we're seeing from Marvel, which is so inconsistent throughout half the books. It just makes no damn sense, you know. So it's kind of crazy that we kind of see this, and then it's kind of like, well, damn, Marvel, why would you sit up there and not pay her the cover rate? You know, just because you can't be that damn cheap. But of course, this is what happens when people want to quote unquote say that the comic book industry is doing well between the big two. How? If they can't pay this girl her cover rate, you know what I mean? How can you say that, oh, it's great, but then you can't pay her cover rate, but then you go and pay somebody else cover rate, and then took her sketch and put it on a comic book, and that you charge 10 times more, and then you expect people to buy it because you're trying to make up for the loss of customers that you pushed out a long time ago. Like, people keep forgetting, a lot of these comic books do not sell. A lot of these comic books do sit on the shelf, and trying to order certain comic books, you have to have a certain amount ordered in order for it to go to your comic book store. And if a lot of people aren't buying it, why would you put that time and effort into it? You know? And it does suck. It does suck, and I really wish it wasn't like that. But Marvel and DC have culminate this culture, this a visible audience, like you say, like I would say. I'm not saying that people aren't going to read it. I'm not going to say that people aren't going to buy it. There are going to be some people who are going to buy it, and there are going to be some people who are going to buy the cover to probably make fun of the artist about it, and that kind of does suck. But it comes with a territory, you know what I mean? When you're putting out your work commercially, you know, people are going to probably make fun of it, as much as we don't want it to happen, but it happens. And I'm not going to sit up here and say that I'm excluded from, you know, making fun of an artist when their work looks like a hot mess to me, or when I feel like it could be better, or I feel like, you know, if you made these little tweaks and corrections right here, this could work. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that kind of thing. And I think it's wrong that people are throwing hate her way, but at the same time, you can't get mad, because this is something that Marvel and DC have, you know, thrived on. They trick us with these covers. They trick us with lazy art. They get artists who barely can draw at all on their covers, and then expect us to buy the comic book, and the cover and the comic book look like a hot mess. But in this case, the sketch cover that Leah did, not Leah did, I said Leah. I didn't mean to say Leah. I meant to say Zoe. The cover that Zoe did, looks like a hot mess, and then the interiors look good. It's like, damn, y'all really did her wrong. But damn, Marvel, y'all should get y'all shit together. Get it together. That is not right that you did that to that girl. But y'all been throwing a lot of your writers under the bus too. Like, where are the editors at? And where is the competent people that are running the company? And like Disney, you brought this company. You can't just keep letting dumb stuff like this keep affecting the comic books. Like, y'all need to do something. Get people in there that actually care about the comic books. Like, I want people to actually know the lore. I want people who actually want to tell good stories with the characters. That's what I want. And pay people like they're supposed to be paying. Because if you really think about it, why would she give you something better than that, when we already know that you're going to take this design, you're going to probably market it so much, then she's never going to see a cent of penny, and then eventually you're going to probably put this character in a movie, or put her as an alternate skin costume for whoever, and again, this artist, Zoe, will never receive any royalties for it, and then you wonder why people are walking away, making their own comic books, making their own universe, because look at what you're doing. This is one of the things that are driving people away from the comic book industry. This is one of the things why people don't trust the big two anymore. Because of stuff like this, you should be ashamed of yourself, Marvel. Like, damn, why would you throw this damn young lady under the bus like that? You know? Because no matter what she says, the audience is gonna see like, oh wow, look at her sloppy ass artwork, which might prevent her from getting people to give her work a chance, because they're gonna look at it like, well damn, if you could do work like that, why you couldn't do it for, the cover? You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you explain it to them, people expect better from Marvel and DC. You can't get mad that that's something that people expect from the big two, because I know when I was a little bit younger and trying to do a little bit of comic book stuff, I talked to one of the artists at, I believe it was DC or Marvel, and they ripped me to shreds. Not that I understand I need to grow and change and do better and stuff like that, which it's a slowing process because I don't have the time like I want to sit down and practice, because life happens. Dealing with life and job and family is just ooh, and then it's just ugh, if that makes sense. So sitting down, I mean not sitting down, but seeing, getting reviewed by a legitimate artist and being told like, this isn't working, you need to go back and do this and that, stuff like that. Even in school, when you did projects and stuff like that, you get that same feedback too, and they will tell you. So why now all of a sudden you are accepting people who has lazy artwork or putting up lazy artwork as professional work in the industry? It just makes no sense, and I feel sorry. I feel sorry for you guys, and I feel sorry for this young artist that she had to go get dragged through the mud. But you were their martyr, Zoe, and as much as that sucks, it's the truth. But Marvel, really, seriously, do better next time. Stop being cheap, because we know you got money. You made several billion-dollar movies. You can pay your artists to do better than that. But that's all I'm saying. Those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.